Yes, Nisha, please write down today's topic: direct quote versus indirect quote. Direct quote versus indirect quote. Now, direct quote I have already explained. Now, today I will show you what is this indirect quote, and if direct quote is given, how to convert that direct quote into indirect quote, and if indirect quote is given, how to convert that indirect quote into direct quote, and after that we will do few problems. Today I will wrap up this basics of foreign exchange market, and say maybe in the next week or I will finish this foreign exchange basics, and after that I will move to the main topic that comes for examination, like interest rate swap and all those currency exposure. So just I am presenting the screen, you pay attention on the screen. And if somebody tries to join, you just let me know. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is the screen visible to you? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically what we learned is this $1 say rupees say 72. So this is direct quote. No confusion, Nisha.
No, sir.
So if I write rupees 1 equal to, or rupees say 72 equal to $1. This is indirect quote. Okay. In India we use direct quote, but in other country, in few countries they use indirect quote. If I write like this, rupees 72 equal to $1, it will be an indirect quote. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
the basic thing you see, $1 it is the commodity and it is expressed in terms of rupees. And here rupees 72 is the basic commodity and it is expressed in terms of dollar. So whenever the foreign currency is the commodity, we use the term direct quote, and when home currency is the commodity, we use the term indirect quote. Got it? Tell me.
Sir, repeat once again.
Just write it down. When foreign currency is used as a commodity, means just as you can see, yes, we are expressing the dollar in terms of rupees. When foreign currency is used as a commodity, it is called direct quote. And when home currency is used as a commodity, it is called indirect quote. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now how to convert this direct quote into indirect quote? So $1 equal to rupees 72. So we can write rupees say rupees 1 or rupees equal to 1 divided by 72 equal to 1 divided by 72, it will be point zero 138, so, round up to 139. Can we write or not? You tell me.
Yes, sir.
So basically what we are getting, rupees 1 rupees equal to dollar point 0 1 3 9. So this is indirect code. Got it? This is how we
Yes.
convert direct code into indirect code. But mind it, here it's a one-way code. It is a one-way code. It is not a two-way code. Say suppose if I write say dollar one equal to say rupees 72 rupees 75. This is the direct code. You agree with me or not? This is the direct code.
Yes, sir.
Now which one is the bit rate and which one is the ask rate? You tell me.
The bit rate is 72.
And ask rate is 75. Okay, good. Now let us convert this thing into rupees, into in terms of rupees. So it will be rupees 1 divided by 72 to 1 divided by 75 equal to 1 divided by 72 we know 10139 and 1 divided by 75 it will be 0.0133. Okay, but if we want to quote the indirect rate, it will we take the inverse number 1 and it will assume it will take the opposite position. That is, ask rate becomes the bid rate and bid rate becomes the ask rate. So rupees point, just a minute, this is in dollar point 0139 dollar, just a minute, 0.0133 dollar 1013. So have you got the concept? Have you understood the concept? That is, first you need to take the inverse and then the inverse of bit rate becomes the ask rate and inverse of ask rate becomes the bit rate. Because you see, bit rate should be always be lower than the ask rate. So here you can see, here it is not matching, but here it is matching. That is, bit rate is lower than the ask rate. Because unless and until there is a spread, how can the bank earn profit? Isn't it? Think from the point of view of a trader. Since there is a spread, so the bank is earning profit. So, just a minute. Someone is trying to join.
No, sir. Jyoti.
Okay. Now see, Jyoti, why you are so late? Jyoti? Anyway, you see the video, I'll post it on the group. After that, if you have any confusion, you ask me later on. So you can see, first step, direct quote is given. I take the inverse. So we have the inverse. And it is expressed in terms of dollar. Then bid rate becomes the ask rate and ask rate becomes the bid rate. Tell me, Nisha, have you understood it or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is basically your how to convert your direct quote into indirect quote or indirect quote into direct quote. Now suppose let us take an example. This is your $1 equal to 80 to 85. Now you tell me, Nisha, how to convert this into indirect quote.
So 1 divided by 80
Good.
minus 1
This
divided
is
by
not
85.
minus, this is the hyphen in between. Means it ranges from this thing to this thing. This is the bit rate and this is the ask rate. And what you are saying then? 1 divided by
80
and
and 1 divided by 85.
so we get 2 rate. Then the next step,
Then we make a solution.
then what we are getting is the inverse of this thing. Then we need to take the ask rate as the bid rate and bid rate as the ask rate. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let us start with the problem. Just a minute. Now we'll start with two concepts, that is TT buying rate and bill buying rate. Now what is TT buying rate? TT buying rate is the telegraphic transfer buying rate. Telegraphic transfer means where no delay is involved. It does not mean that it is coming by through telegraph, but it means that no delay is involved. Means it is in case of mail transfer or in case of demand draft, this TT is used. So how to get this TT rate? Buying rate is given and exchange rate, exchange margin. Now what is this exchange margin? You write exchange margin, please make a note. Exchange margin means the commission charged by the bank for providing the service.
Repeat it again, sir.
Exchange margin means the commission charged by the bank.
Commission.
Commission
Commission and
charged by the bank. Charge, CHARGED, charged by the bank for providing the service.
sir means a commission.
Charge, CHARGED, charge means imposed by the bank. Imposed by the bank for providing the service. Got it? Okay. Now this is the spot buying rate. Here why spot? Can you tell me why I am using the term spot and I am not taking forward? Can you tell me, Nisha or Jyoti? Can you tell me? Could you clarify why I am using the term spot buying rate and I am not taking the using the term forward?
Sir, spot means exact rate.
Now why I am using the term spot? I am not taking forward rate. That I am asking.
Sir, spot rate means the purchase rate.
No, just think. This thing will come in question in interview as well as in your semester. We are using spot because we are using the term TT, telegraphic transfer. Telegraphic transfer means immediate. So there is no question of forward. Means we are not delaying the payment to next 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. Payment is made immediately. Okay. So this is called spot buying rate. Got it?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So this is the buying rate. And why we are deducting exchange? Tell me why we are deducting this exchange or commission. Exchange margin is nothing but the commission charged by the bank. Then why we are deducting this commission?
So because there is no any commissions.
No. Please mute yourself. Voice is coming back. Just mute yourself and listen to me. What we are doing, what the bank is doing, bank is buying and bank is charging commission. So what the bank want to do, bank want to purchase at a lower rate. So how to get that lower rate? If that bank deduct its commission from the buying rate, say 72 is your buying rate and rupees 2 your commission, so the net buying rate, TT buying rate will be 70, because I told you when the bank wants to buy, it wants to buy at a lower rate, and when it wants to sell, it wants to sell at a higher rate. Okay. Here bank wants to pay less to the customer. So how can they pay less to the customer? By deducting the commission. That is the exchange margin. Got it? And had it, and say if it is a case of sale, then exchange margin would have been added, because here the bank want to charge more. Here because here the selling price will be more, because in that case the bank wants the selling price to be higher, and here the bank wants the buying rate to be lower. Is it clear or not? Tell me. Jyoti and Nisha,
Yes,
tell
sir.
me.
Not sir.
Not
Not
clear.
sir.
See,
Not sir.
this is the buying rate. You agree with me or not? It's a buying rate, okay?
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. It's a very net.
72, say suppose 72 is the buying rate and exchange margin is rupees 2. So if we deduct 2 rupees from 72, TT buying rate will be 70. And
70.
what the bank want? Bank want to pay less, because you are the customer, you are selling your dollar, and bank want to pay less. So commission will be deducted in case of buying. Got it?
Yeah, sir.
And suppose bank want to, you want to purchase dollar from bank. You are the customer, you want to purchase dollar from the bank. In that case, bank is selling to you. Here, selling rate will be say 72 is the selling rate, and rupees 2 is the commission. Then bank, what's the motto of the bank? To want to charge more from you. In that case, 72 plus 2 will be the 74 will be the TT selling rate. In case of selling, add the commission. In case of buying, deduct the commission. Because in case of buying, your buying rate should be lower, and in case of selling, your selling rate should be higher. Just from the point of view of a market, you have to think. Okay. Jyoti, tell me, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll start with a problem. Now you please make a note, because this is a thumb rule. Whenever the term exporter is used, whenever the term exporter is used, it means bank is buying currency from the customer. Whenever the term exporter is used, it means bank is buying currency from the customer. And whenever the term importer is used, it means bank is selling currency to the customer. Currency means foreign currency. Okay, got it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, here see the problem. On 15 September, you receive a mail transfer, demand, draft, all these things. Whenever this word is given, you have to assume it is a TT rate, telegraphic transfer. So what is in the problem it is given, you receive a mail transfer from your New York correspondent for USD, means US dollar, payable to your customer. Your account with the correspondence, your Nostro account is credited with the amount of the mail transfer in reimbursement. Assuming rupee US dollar are quoted in the local interbank rate in the interbank market as under spot October, you need to calculate the exchange rate and the rupee amount payable to customer, bearing in mind that you require an exchange margin, is the commission to be loaded in the rate, and rupee equivalent nearest to the whole rupee. So basically what is the case? You receive a mail transfer means your customer has 5,000 US dollar. Basic in simple term, it means your customer has 5,000 US dollar and it wants to sell this US dollar to you. It wants to sell this US dollar to you and you need to purchase this thing, and it means it should be a bid rate, and since it is the TT buying rate, so it should be 34.25. You see, 34.25 will be the TT buying rate, and the commission, that is exchange margin, is given as 0.08 percentage. So it will be 34.25 into 0.080, just 34.25 into 0.080 percentage. So the commission becomes 0.0274. You add this thing, you get 34.226. Now you need to make it up to 2 decimal place, up to 2 decimal place. So up to 2 decimal place it becomes 34.22, because after 2 there is no, it is not higher than 5 or 6. So it should be, we should take up after decimal 34.22, and dollar equivalent will be, rupee equivalent will be 5,000 into 34.22. It will give you 1,71,100. Have you understood the problem or not? Tell me. Because these problems are there in your Google Classroom. I have posted this problem, also the solution. Have you understood the concept or not? Tell me. Jyoti and Nisha,
Not sir, it's not clear.
which point is not clear? Tell me. First,
हाँ sir, first.
first you see, first make a point, make use for, after going through the problem, you need to make some, jot down some point. First, you receive a mail transfer for US dollar payable to your customer. Means you are receiving mail transfer of $5,000. Means your customer is giving you $5,000. Means your customer is giving you $5,000, means exchange you have to pay. You have to pay in rupee amount. You agree with me or not? Tell me.
Yes sir.
So you need to purchase this dollar. Purchase this dollar at what rate? At spot buying rate, that is the bid rate. Why it is the spot buying rate? Because mail transfer is mentioned. Whenever this mail transfer, DD, etc. is given, it is a telegraphic transfer mode of payment, and in that case there is no question of forward rate, so we'll take this spot rate. Okay, and then we need to deduct the exchange margin. Why need to deduct the exchange margin? As we have mentioned, it is a case of buying. So in case of buying, exchange margin or commission need to be deducted. So it becomes 34.222. We'll just round up to 2 decimal places. So it becomes 34.22. So 30.22 into $5,000 will give you this rupees amount, that is rupees 171 100. Got it?
Yes sir.
Just go through the problem once, just see, try to understand. After that I'll move to the next problem, because this type of problem come in MCQ or in 5 marks question. Then comes bill buying rate, right? Bill buying rate. Bill buying rate. So far we have discussed TT rate, TT buying rate. Now bill buying rate. This is the format. It is given in your Google Classroom, so no, don't need to write. So this is spot buying rate. Then in case of premium, you need to add premium. In the case of discount, you need to deduct discount. And after these two adjustments, you need to deduct the commission to get the bill buying rate rounded up to nearest paisa. Just go through it. After that, I will explain. Just see the format. Now I presume you had negotiable instruments or bills of exchange in your Sebicom. Jyoti and Nisha, tell
Yes,
me.
sir.
So you are
Hmm.
acquainted with the term bill in transit, usance period and transit period, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
See, you just make a note. Transit period, if not given, will assume 25 days. Transit period, if not given, will assume 25 days. Total period will be transit period plus usance period. Usance period means the time that is required to present the bill to the customer. Total time will be transit period plus usance period. Now, in case of premium, we'll take it to lower month, and in case of discount, we'll take it to higher month. Can you tell me the logic behind this? What is the logic behind this? In case of premium, what we are doing? We are rounding up to lower month. Say if it is given 45 days, we will take 1 month forward margin. And in case of discount, if 45 days is given, we will round up to higher month, that is 2 months. Why we are doing so? Just see the format, think, and then you give me the answer. Can you tell me? Jyoti and Nisha? What is premium? What is discount? I have already explained. Now, why I am just rounding up to lower month and rounded up to higher month? I need to have answer to this question. Can you tell me, Nisha and Jyoti?
So if a bank giving discount, it ultimately means that the bank is suffering losses.
No, no, concept is not right. See, just mute yourself because voice again is coming back. What we are doing, it is buying rate, and in case of it is a bill buying rate, so here the concept of forward margin will be there, means it is not immediate, so it requires some time lag. Now in case of discount, what it means, we need to pay less. Agree with me or not? In case of discount we need to pay less, so rounded up to higher month means higher discount. And in case of premium, what we want, in case of premium, we want that our selling price should be low. Our selling price should be low, so we are rounding up to lower month. Say, take the example, say 70 is your buying rate. 70 is your buying rate. Your discount for say your discount for uh, say 45 days is say 5 rupees. Okay, and you are having a bill of your for discount forward margin is say 5 rupees, and you are having a bill of 45 days. So in that case, we round up to the higher month because we want to have this discount of rupees 5. Just a minute, I will just present it on the screen so that it will be clear to you. Just a minute. Can you see the problem? Tell me. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the buying rate is given 75 and to 80, and you can see it is in discount because 85, from 85 it has reduced to 80, and from 60 and from 90 it has reduced to 85. In forward margin we have in month, say 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. Say if the bill period is coming as 45 days or 15 days, we need to think in terms of month. Say your transit period equal to say 15 days, and usance equal to 30 days. Okay, so your transit period is 15 days, usance period is 30 days. So the total period will be
45 days.
yes. Now here there is no question of 45 days. Can you see there is any question of 45 days? One is given as 30 days, another is given as 60 days. Is there is any question of 45 days? Tell me. Just think.
Yes, sir.
There is no question of 45 days. So we need to see whether it is at premium or at discount. We can see it is at discount. We can see it is at discount. Since it is at discount, so we need to round up to higher month to pay less to the customer. To pay less to the customer. So instead of 45 days, we'll round up to the higher month and it will be 60 days. It will be 60 days. Got my point? Because see, these concepts are not at all easy. These are used in practical world. So I am trying to simplify the thing and just to make you understand. Just see, your total period is 45 days, but here there is no question of 45 days. Either you have to take 30 days and 60 days. Now you see first whether it is premium or discount. You can see it is at discount. So I told you if it is at discount, round up to higher month. and higher month is 60 days, that is 2 months. Got it?
Yeah, sir.
So here bid rate will be minus 0.00. Just mute yourself, please. 75 minus 0.090. So it will be 70. Just it will be rupees 74.99. So you can see we are rounding out, because as we are giving from, say, there is no real problem, we are giving from, say, extempo, so the answer may vary. But basically you should understand the concept. If it is at discount, round up to higher month, and if it is at premium, round up to lower month. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
And say
Yeah,
suppose
sir.
I use this thing, say 0.0070, 0.0080, then 0.85, 0.9500. Now tell me whether these are at premium or discount. Hello, tell me whether it is in premium or discount. Jyoti and Nisha, please tell me whether these are in premium or discount. Jyoti and Nisha,
Sir, premium.
whether this exchange rate is in premium or at discount.
Sir, premium.
Yes, premium. And here we want to see the bill buying rate. So bid rate here 45 days, and since it is premium, we'll round up to the lower month, so it will be 0.0070. So it will be 75 minus 0.070. So it will be 74.99. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is basically the concept of bill buying rate and TT buying rate. So these are the basic concept of bill buying rate and TT buying rate. Okay, now let us see another problem. Say on 25th July, your customer has presented to you at site document for US dollar 1 lakh under an irrecoverable letter of credit. What is letter of credit? That I will explain later on. Basically, your customer is presenting you dollar 1 lakh, so you need to buy, so you need to use the buying rate. Now here rates are given 34.75 to 34.85, and you can see these are in discount. You agree with me or not? These are in discount. 60 becomes 57, 1 becomes 97. Agree with me or not? These are in discount.
Yeah, sir.
Transit period is 20 days. Transit period is 20 days and you require to quote to your customer with an exchange margin of 15%. Now here, since the transit period is 20 days, here there is no question of usance period. Here they have mentioned the transit period is 20 days. So what we will do? Which rate we will take? Tell me. Think, just think for 2 minutes and tell me. Because so far I have explained the concept.
Sir, August.
Yes? August. Yeah, no. It is in discount. Again, just think. Jyoti, you just please go through my notes that I am posting. Even at 12 o'clock at night, I am posting the note. You can see that thing. The time is given. So, because I am giving my more than 150%, so I expect the same from you. It is in discount, so it should be lower, rounded up to lower month. And bill is for 20 days. So 20 days I cannot take this August because I have to round it up to the lower month, and lower month will be the spot rate. Lower month will be the spot rate. So here I won't take this 1 month period. Again 20 days is given. Had it been in case of premium, we have rounded up to higher month. In that case it would have been spot August. But here we are at discount. In case of discount, we need to round up to the lower month. And here lower month means this spot rate. So spot rate need to be taken, and we need to deduct this discount, and we need to deduct this exchange margin. So this becomes your bill buying rate, because in this case we are taking this discount, that is 0.60, because this is the spot rate and we are taking the discount 0.60, that is it is the lower month. Okay, tell me. See the solution and tell me whether you have understood it or not. Because it is in discount and it should be rounded up to higher month. It is in discount. See, it is in discount and it should be rounded up to higher month. Premium lower month and discount rounded up to higher month. Transit period is 20 days. Transit period is 20 days. So if it is in case, if it had been premium, we would have taken only the spot rate. But since it is discount, so it should be rounded up to higher month. So 20 days will become this. 20 days will become, just a minute. 20 days will become 1 month. So 1 month discount is deducted and exchange margin is deducted, and we are getting this bill buying rate. Got it? Tell me. If you have any confusion, feel free to ask me. Because today we will do up to this only. Nisha and Jyoti, tell me.
Sir, repeat once again.
First, see the point, basic point. First, you have US dollar. US dollar is presented by your customer. So you need to purchase it or not. Purchase it or sell the dollar. You need to purchase the dollar or sell the dollar. First you tell me. Your customer has presented with a US dollar of 1 lakh. So in that case, either you were purchasing the dollar or selling the dollar. First you tell me. Nisha and Jyoti?
Sir, selling.
No. Your customer is presenting you dollar rupees 1 lakh. So what we are doing? We are purchasing this 1 lakh dollar. Your customer is giving you dollar and in exchange you are giving rupees. Your customer is likes to encash this dollar and you are
Yes,
giving.
a dollar purchase.
Yes, dollar purchase. So spot buying rate is given. and spot August, September, October is given. Transit period is given as 20 days. Up to this, is it okay or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now see, 0.60 becomes 0.57. Spot August. Spot September, 1 becomes 97. 1 becomes 0.97. So it is in premium or discount, you tell me. Premium or discount? It is in discount. So I told you, if it is in discount, round up to higher month. If it is in premium, round up to lower month, and if it is in discount, round up to higher month. So higher month we have that 20 days transit period. So 20 days transit period, it will be rounded up to higher month, so it will become 0.60. So we are deducting discount for 1 month, that is 0.60, and then we are deducting the exchange margin, that is 0.15, and we are having this bill buying rate, that is 34.09, and if we are rounding it up to the nearest rupees, that is 34.10, and 34.10 multiplied by your 1 lakh gives you the rupee equivalent, that is rupees 34 lakh 10,000. Tell me now the problem you are facing right now. First, in this case, you need to see whether the bank is buying the dollar or selling the dollar. If it is in case of export, exporter is mentioned, you make a thumb rule, bank is buying the dollar. That is number one. Then you see whether this forward rate are in premium or in discount. If it is in discount, round up to the higher month. If it is in premium, round up to the lower month. Here it is in discount, so it should be round up to the higher month, and transit period is 20 days, so it should be rounded up to higher month, that is spot August, and we'll deduct the discount for this 1 month to get this dollar rupees forward buying rate, and we'll deduct the exchange margin, that is the commission on this 0.15% charge on this to get this amount, and we'll deduct this commission from this buying rate to get the bill buying rate. Have you understood it or not? Tell me. Jyoti and Nisha, tell me.
Yes, sir, its concept is clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So basically, keep in mind whether the customer, please make a note, Jyoti and Anisha, please make a note. First, you need to identify whether the customer is exporter or importer. Whether the customer is exporter or importer. In case of exporter, bank need to buy dollar, and in case of importer, bank need to sell dollar. Next concept,
Sir, bank need to
sell dollar.
in case of importer.
Bank need to sell dollar. Next concept, TT buying rate, that is telegraphic transfer buying rate. Means it is telegraphic transfer doesn't mean through telegraph. It means that the payment is received, the amount is received through mail transfer, or say through some demand draft. Either the word mail transfer or demand draft is mentioned, and the amount will be credited to the nostro account of the bank. So in that case, you take the buying rate, and from that deduct the exchange margin, that is the commission. Why we are doing so, I have explained it. Next comes the bill buying rate. Here there are two things, that is usance period and transit period. Now you need to see whether the forward margin is in premium or discount. In case of, if the forward margin is in discount, round up to higher month, and if the forward margin in case of premium, round up to lower month. Because Higher month means you need more discount. Lower month means you pay less premium to the customer. So bank will think from its own viewpoint. Okay, so this is basically TT buying rate and bill buying rate. Okay, Nisha, is it clear? Go through my notes. I have posted a few problems on TT buying rates and bill buying rates. You just go through that note, and Jyoti also you just go through that note. Okay. So that's all for today. Do you have any question? If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Nisha,
No, sir.
any question?
No, sir.
Jyoti, any question? Jyoti?
No, sir.
Okay, so that's all for today. We are concluding the class. Have a nice day. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.